All right, guys, part two. Sorry about that. I had to run some errands. I have to. I have to call the hospital to renew my medication. My medication is pretty much invalid, pretty much. So I had to call the hospital to fix that up. Obviously, yeah. But that's how crazy. That's how crazy. What? That's how crazy. Um, of a buzz Zanes will have, and that's how much I'm willing to pay Peter Jackson and all them for my movie. So I'll pay Peter a flat $400 million, and I'll give him an $85 million base salary for my movie. For my movie, there, and then it's John Boyega and all of them. I'll give them a flat deal or percentage deal. Chances are John Boyega will choose the flat deal because it's guaranteed money. Hey, John, I can pay you flat 5.5 million, or I can give you 0.01%. Watch, or I even just give me the flat $5.5 million deal. Yeah, it's guaranteed money in your account. Obviously, it's a good deal for John Boyega. Same thing for Vaughn, Joe J, Carl Urban. A good deal for all those guys. Good deal for all those guys. That's my company's gonna blow out of the water. Yeah. My company will blow Hollywood out of the water. My company blow Hollywood out of the water, guys. Look at an amazing company I'm gonna own, man. Something amazing. Really, Ivan, yeah, man. It's gonna blow Hollywood out of the water. My company. Looking at a top-notch company I'm gonna own, man. Yeah, man. Top-notch company I'm gonna own. And Zanes will have crazy worldwide buzz. So it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah. So my deal for Peter Jackson is $85 million base, which is 100 and like I don't know 5 million New Zealand money. He signs $100 million deal for his base salary, and I'll give him a flat $400 million off the royalties, or I'll give him 0.6% of the profits. What deal works best for you, Peter? Chances are he'll choose the 400 flat deal because it's guaranteed money in his account. You know, Ivan, this is double what I make for Lord of the Rings. Yeah, this is a $500 million massive contract. Double your contract of Lord of the Rings. Good deal for Peter Jackson. Because he's greedy, he's gonna try and ask for money. Obviously, I'm like, Peter, I'm not paying you more money. You rip me off. You're getting greedy. I know that feeling, Peter. You're greedy. You know what I'm saying? You're greedy. You know what I'm saying? You want to make every cent possible. I'm not going to do it like that. You're not. I'm not going to sign you to an $800 million deal for the royalties. No, you're not worth it. Because he's greedy, he's going to try and push for more money. Obviously, he'll accept my deal. He'll eventually accept my deal, obviously, but guarantee his agent's going to ask for more money. Ivan, what about 700, 800 million? I'm like, no, guys, I'm not going to pay Peter that. He's not worth it. I'm not going to, Peter, I'm not going to sign you to an 800, $900 million deal. You're crazy, man. You're not worth that kind of money. Because the reason why he's greedy, obviously, because he saw my videos. He knows the kind of money me and VJ are going to make. Yeah, if Ivan makes $50 billion off Zanus, the movie, he wants a nice $1,900,000,000 of that. He's greedy, obviously. He wants a nice piece of that. I'm like, Peter, I'm already giving you a nice piece. I'm giving you $400 million of the royalties. That's a nice piece of the money, man. You're not worth any more than that. I'm not going to sign you to an 800, $900 billion deal. You're crazy. Because he's greedy, he wants more money. Peter wants a nice piece of that pie because he's greedy, obviously. He's a greedy animal, Peter. He's a greedy pig. But the Ivan, yeah, Peter is greedy. He's greedy, you know what I'm saying? He's greedy, Peter. Peter is a greedy animal. He's a greedy pig. You know what I'm saying? Then Mel Gibson, I'll pay him 58 million. Yeah, peace out, guys. I'll pay Mel Gibson $58 million, and I'll give him 0.5% of the profits, or a flat $280 million off the royalties. It's a good deal for Mel Gibson. He wants more money. I'm like, Mel, this is my final offer. You're not going to make this in Hollywood. You make probably your $20 million in Hollywood for your movies, and I'm negotiating for a piece of the profits. This is a good deal for you, Mel. So I'm saying, I'm giving you a good deal. Yeah, I gave Mel Gibson a good deal. No, this is my final offer. If you don't like it, I can what? I can. If you don't like it, I can hire Peter over you. If Peter doesn't like it, I can hire Mel over him. He doesn't like it. So I'm saying, if you don't like it, so I'm saying, I gave them a good deal. A good deal. So I'm saying, and all the Hollywood actors, I'll sign them to the game deal too. If I do the game, which I most likely will, I will sign the actors, my stars, to the game deal. Obviously, I'll sign them to the game deal. Pay all the B-listers, rising stars, $1,500,000, and then the A-list actors, you pay them $2 million, 2.5, $2.8 million. The A-list actors for my Zane's game. That's my deal for the actors. The B-list actors and rising stars get their 1.5 million, and then the A-listers get their 2.5, $2.8 million for the game. It's a good deal for a game. As in Hollywood, actors who are in games don't get paid much, man. They get like a couple $100,000, 150, 250, 300K for a game. I'm paying the actors in millions, but even though you pay them the millions, don't be stupid and pay them like $10 million. They're not worth that for a game. No, pay them like a smaller amount, $2 million, a nice rich $2.5 million, which is a rich contract for a fucking game. Guys, you're only gonna do, I don't know, you're only gonna do a good month and a half of voice acting work, and you're done. And they put the CGI technology on you for your character models, and you're done. You get your 1.5 2 check. It's a good deal for the actors. A lot of money in their bank. Yeah, a million, million two, 1,900,000, 800K, 700K, 600K in your bank after taxes. It's a nice deal on the rates. It's a good deal for the actors. Not a lot of money for the actors. Do a lot of good things with that money. The actors are making a lot of money for my movie. Like the royalty check, their salary, the commercial money, their what, the royalty percentage deal, the royalties off the movie film profits, the game money. You also have the world tour speaking fees. Yeah, they're making the merch money. Yeah, man, they're making a lot of money, man. The actors, $2,000 gift card, $300 gas card. Yeah, and the perks I signed the actors to a deal of a lifetime. The Hollywood actors for my Zane's movie. Yeah, Sim Zaire. Yeah, yeah. Hence why you got to be careful for what you got to be careful for what for Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson's a greedy pig, man. Peter Jackson is a greedy animal. He is a greedy pig. The fact that he took all the 250 million from himself for Lord of the Rings, that's how you know Peter Jackson is a greedy animal. He's a greedy pig. He's a greedy animal. Peter Jackson. He's a greedy pig. He's a greedy pig, Peter Jackson. Really? Yeah, he's a greedy pig. Peter Jackson. He's greedy. Peter Jackson is greedy, obviously. He's a greedy pig, Peter Jackson. Ivan, you're greedy too. You know what I'm saying? You're making all that money. You're taking all the treasure for yourself. Yeah, Peter, even though I'm taking all the treasure for myself, I'm sharing my treasure with you. I'm not like you. You took the whole thing for yourself, Lord of the Rings. You didn't share shit. And I'm sharing this my wealth with you and the actors. I'm giving you a good deal. Even though I'm greedy, Peter, I'm not greedy like you, man. I'm not greedy like you. I want every cent of this. I'm not greedy like that, man. I'm willing to give you $400 of the profits. I'm willing to give the actors a nice piece of the profits too. Which you didn't give the actors shit. You took the whole 250 million treasure for yourself. And so who do you think is the greedier one here, me or you? You're greedier than me, Peter. I'm saying, stop comparing me to you, man. I'm not like you, man. I'm greedy, but I'm not like you, whereby I took the whole thing for myself. When you could have given the Lord of the Rings actors a good 500 grand of your money, you took the whole thing for the 7 actors, 500 grand of your money. You took the whole thing for yourself because you're fucking greedy, man. So Sarah, because you're fucking greedy, Peter. Peter is a greedy animal. Peter is a greedy animal. See what I'm saying? Peter is a greedy animal. He's a greedy pig. Will he try and ask for money? Yes. Guaranteed he'll try and push for money. He'll be polite though. Like the way I speak about Peter, I'm being over dramatic. Obviously, Peter will be polite, but he'll be Ivan. Ivan? What about like $700 million or all these Ivan? I'm like, no, Peter. Peter, you're getting greedy. No, I'm not gonna pay you that. Yeah, but Ivan, you're greedy too. You know what I'm saying? He'll be polite, obviously. You know what I'm saying? You're taking all the charge for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, Peter, I'm taking all the charge for myself, but I'm not what? I'm not like you, man. I'm what? I'm not gonna tell him that. I'm paraphrasing here. Like, even though I'm greedy, Peter, I'm sharing my treasure with you. You're gonna walk away with a $500 million paycheck, man, for the movie. You're gonna make $300 million after taxes, man, Peter, around there for the movie. That's a lot of money. A lot of money in your bank. It's a good paycheck for Peter. Sarah, you get the perks. You get the perks. You get featured with what? With me and VJ at the red carpet, all that stuff. You're going to be saved with the whole. You're lucky. You're the lucky one saved. Was everyone around the world's left behind. My step parents are left behind. My step family was left behind. All my so-called friends in my life and knew me are left behind. The whole was left behind, and you're the lucky chosen one who's saved for my movie project. And you're going to get the perks. You're going to make all your money. I gave you a good deal. There, I gave Peter Jackson a deal of a lifetime because he's greedy. Obviously, he wants more money. I want more, Ivan. I want more. And I'm saying, I'm like, Peter, I'm not gonna pay you $800 million of the royalties. I'm not gonna pay you $800 million of the royalties, Peter. That's fucking crazy. You're not worth it. I keep saying that. You're not worth that kind of money, man. You gotta be considerate, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm already paying you more enough money. If I give you $1 billion of my money, Peter, I'm gonna walk away with like 69% of the profits. No way. I want to take home my 71%. I'm already giving Amazon 20%. I'm not gonna do like that. $400 of the profits. You're making way more than all the Amazon CEOs. You know what I'm saying? All these CEOs around the world, Peter, you're making more than most of those guys. All the executives, the CEOs in Hollywood, you're making way more than all those guys. Kevin Feige, Kathleen Kennedy, David Zaslav, Bob Chapek, you're making way more than all those guys, man. I gave you a good deal. Ivan, it's a deal. It's a good deal, Ivan. That's a good deal for Peter, Ivan, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? $500 is a good deal for Peter, Ivan. Yeah, $400 for all these is a lot of money, Ivan. He doesn't make this in Hollywood. Yeah, you don't make this in Hollywood, Peter. I gave you a good deal. If you hear the noise, the wind's blowing in my room. My window's open. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You see what I'm saying here? Yeah, Ivan should say, yeah. See what I'm saying? Yeah. And so beware for Peter Jackson, the greedy animal. Beware for Peter Jackson. But he'll accept my deal. Well, Ivan, it's a deal. You know what I'm saying? You're giving me a good deal, Ivan. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't make this in Hollywood. Yeah, you don't make this in Hollywood, Peter. You make probably 100, 150, 200 million in Hollywood if you're lucky. You don't make $500 million in Hollywood. No, Hollywood can't afford to pay Peter $500. If they pay Peter $500, that's all their profits. A good chunk of their profits drained. They can afford to pay Peter 100, 150 million or something like that, but not 500 million. No, man. That's like it's a good chunk of their profits drained, man. All their profits drained. They can't do that. That's what I'm saying. Whereas my company, I can easily give Peter $400 of royalties because my movies are going to grow tens of billions in profit. So I can easily give Peter $400 million of the film profits, the Sky Source film profits. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you write in Sky Source film profits. He takes 40% of the 72%. He takes 0.6% or $400 million of the 72% me and VJ made. He doesn't touch Amazon's money. That's why you can't do gross deals. Don't be general and be like 0.6% or $400, 0.6% of the profits. No, Otherwise, Peter might think of he might take 0.6% of the 100% of the profits. No, Amazon will not let Peter touch their money. Yeah, if you want to pay Peter and them, give them pieces of royalties, you have to take it out of your share. We're not giving Peter and them shit. Yeah, Amazon will not want to give Peter and them shit because they're greedy people. They want all that money for themselves. Obviously, that's what you have to make sure Peter Jackson is what sign Peter Jackson to 0.6% of the Sky Source film profits, or $400 million of Sky Source film profits. That's my deal for Peter. He takes $400 million of a 70% VJ made. It's a good deal for Peter. And then Jon Favreau and them, you do the same thing for that. You get $100 million of Sky Source film profits, or 0.201% of the Sky Source film profits for Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, or whoever I hire. You do a good deal like that for your team and Peter Jackson. I'm saying, you do a deal like that, a nice deal like that, obviously. I don't know if I should get beer and smokes after this. I don't know. I'm running low on cash. I don't want to wait, but I have enough to get beer and smokes like one more time, and then the rest is smokes for the rest of the month. I'll calculate to see if I have enough money. If I have enough money, I might just go to the store and get beer and smokes for myself. Enjoy the video, or I might just wait tonight and get a pack of smokes tonight. Save my money. I have enough till the end of the month to get. So I don't want to wait again. I have enough to get beer to get smokes for the rest of the month, but that's it. I ran out of money for the beer and smokes, but I can get it maybe one more time, maybe today after this video. But I mean. Or I might just wait till nighttime and get my smokes at night. Save my money. Wait till 8 o'clock. Get my beer and smokes at 8 o'clock. Get my smokes at 8 o'clock. I might do that. Yeah. Yeah, so that's my note for Peter. And Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson's probably not as greedy as Peter. Mel Gibson's probably not as greedy as Peter, but he's greedy too. He might try and push for maybe $320 million or something like that. $300 million a roll. Hey Ivan, what about $300 million a roll? He's like, no, Mel. $280 million is good enough. You don't make this in Hollywood, and you get your $58 million salary with your bonuses. That's a good deal for you. $58 million is a good paycheck. You don't make $58 million in Hollywood, Mel Gibson. You make probably your $20, $30 million for your movies for your base. $50 million. You go for pieces of roles. I'm paying you for rich $58 million for your salary. That's a good deal. And I'm giving you $280 million a roll. These are 0.5% of the profits. Sky's from profits. It's a good deal for Mel Gibson. He doesn't like it. I'm like, Mel, if you don't like it, I'll hire Peter over you. Peter, if you don't like it, I'll hire Mel over you. But don't accept my deal, Ivan. It's a deal. That's a good deal, Ivan. We're just being assholes. Yeah, you're being assholes. What I offer you is good enough. What I offered you is good enough. You're just being greedy, guys. Stop being greedy. I gave you a good fucking deal. Yeah, Ivan, you gave us a good deal. Yeah, I gave you a good deal. Stop being greedy. I gave you a good fucking deal. Stop being fucking greedy. You know what I'm saying? I gave you a good deal. Stop being greedy, guys. Yeah, I'm craving beer and smokes, man, after this. But if I do, I'll only have enough for a 20 pack instead of a 25 pack for the rest of the month. And 20 packs are really annoying. But 20 pack is better than nothing. I don't mind having a 20 pack. It's better than nothing. As long as I have something to smoke, I'm happy, obviously. Yeah, I might go to the store just one more time for today and get beer. I have enough. I'll calculate to see if I have enough. I should have enough. Beer and smokes till the end of the month. Enough for smokes till the end of the month, obviously. If I get my beer and smokes today, I'll only have enough for a 20 pack for the rest of the month, not a 25. Whereas if I don't get my beer and smokes today, I'll have enough for a 25 till like about the rest of the month. And 25s are much better than 20 packs. But 20 pack is still pretty good. As long as I have something to smoke, I'm fine. I'll be fine, obviously. Some there. Yeah. Yeah, now let's talk duty. So Peter Jackson will help me with the main, like, 9 business calls, whatever it is. He'll help me co-write the script, obviously. He will do the consult arts with me in the afternoon. He'll consult with the 17 just a little bit, obviously. And he will what? Yeah, those are his duties for the for pre-production. And he'll oversee the business in Switzerland with my 17, Barry Osmond and his wife. Those guys are gonna oversee the and I'll have some of the crewmen supervisors help him out too with the business. So it'll be Peter, Guillermo Toro, Peter, Fran, Barry Osmond, my 17. They're all gonna handle all the business in Switzerland, and I'm gonna have a few other people in the crewman to help him out. But I won't have Peter do dirty work. I'm like, Peter, you don't have to do dirty work when you oversee business, but it doesn't hurt to help out the other guys a little bit. Help out your wife, help out Barry Osborne, help out your 17 a little bit. Don't be lazy. But yeah, I've nowhere, but I'll help him out. Yeah, help him out. You don't have to do much dirty work. You're the boss, but it doesn't hurt to help him out a little bit. Yeah, I've not help him out. Yeah, help him out a little bit, Peter, and he will. He'll help him out. He'll work hard because I paid him his millions. He'll work hard, obviously. But because Peter's a boss, you don't have him do the dirty, like, grueling dirty work. No, man. He's the boss of your movie. If you're the boss, you don't do as much work. You'll be doing dirty work, obviously. Yes, co-writing the script is a lot of work, man. I don't know. Writing a 400-page, 450-page script is fucking dirty-ass work, obviously. You see what I'm saying? But it's not the kind of work the 17 are doing. The 17 are making all those calls, man. Barry Osborne, Fran, my 17, Guillermo Toro, they're all making all those dirty calls, man. A lot of work, man. Every day they gotta work for hours making all these calls, man. A lot of work. The takeouts, there's a lot of work they gotta make. The gas for the jet, the keeping track of the dock teams, their flights and their feeding. Yeah, it's a lot of work, man. Whereas me and Peter will just be chilling, working on the book, which is more slack. Working on the script is more slack, obviously. So Peter will help me with the Virgin Arc Resort 2-day party and red carpet event. So we'll call Virgin Arc Resort and we'll sign that deal with the owners and organizers. My deal is $10.1 million for the 2-day luxury hotel party event and the red carpet event for a couple hours. That's my deal. If they need more money and it costs them more money, I'm more than happy to give them 11.1. I can give them a bit more money, but $10.1 million should be enough. Okay, put this towards the red carpet and a 2-day party, and you can keep the rest of the money for yourself. Pocket your millions. It's a good deal for the owners and organizers. Help me with that. A nice Virgin Arc Resort party, obviously, right? Yeah, peace out, guys. Right? He'll help me with the what? With the IMS cameras. I'll rent a good 10, 11 IMS cameras. I'll ask Peter, is 10, 11 cameras enough, or do you want to rent more? Do you want to rent like 15, 18 cameras, or is 11 enough? Oh, even 11's enough. Like, so Hollywood wastes money. They rent like a bunch of cameras. Half of them they don't even use. Yeah, I don't want to waste money. 11 cameras, 10, 11 cameras is enough for the movie. I'll rent 10, 11 IMAX cameras for the movie, and we'll rent all the best equipment for the cameras, the drones and all those camera stands, all that stuff for the cameras. That way you get an unheard of movie. You know the stuff that moves the cameras. I don't know the camera stands. Yeah, you have to buy that. You have to rent those. The drones for the high shots, you have to rent those. Rent a good 3 of those. The best drones in Hollywood you can rent in the business. Peter will help me make those calls. The CGI technology software for the special effects team and the editors, for the Weta Digital team that are going to be in Vancouver in my special unit building, you got to rent all that. I'm going to put a good $420 million towards special effects. So this one's amazing. He'll help me with the costumes, the best sewing equipment for the costumes, to custom make all the costumes for all the actors, obviously. Right? The armor and weapons, the stuff for the armor and weapons for Weta Workshop, and the machinery for creating the prosthetic 3D print mask. Like that double being an animal picture I showed you. Nice professional mask like that. We have to rent machines for that. The machines for printing all the masks for the crewmen to work on. Yeah, we have to rent those masks, obviously. And it'll help me with the kitchen equipment. Rent best kitchen equipment, and it'll help me with the food. I personally want to make the calls for the food. I want to know what I'm serving the crewmen and actors. Peter will help me make the calls. We'll call the best farms in Switzerland. We'll buy all the burger, the beef, the pork, the dough, the flour. I'm saying the rice, the veggies, the soft drinks, the coffee, the French vanilla. Those the vending machines for the coffee, French vanilla, and the soft drinks. And call the best company and buy all the milkshakes, strawberry, chocolate, vanilla. The best companies that create milkshakes in Switzerland, we can buy a bunch of milkshake from that company. Obviously, we need to buy vending machines too for the milkshakes too. So the coffee, sausage, French and all stuff. I'll not have the chefs custom make that. We'll just call a top notch company and buy all that from the company. We release the best vending machines. We release the best kitchen equipment for the chefs to cook the food. We buy all the food for the buffet, obviously, the farms. But we won't make the call for the hotel party and the food. We'll make the call for that later on during the year, man. Towards the end of the year, we'll make those calls because you need to know how much crewmen you have working in your movie before you make the calls for the food. That way, that way they can give you a quote for how much food you need to order, and you know what I'm saying, I need to know how much people are in my movie project before I book the hotel party. That way, I make sure they have enough rooms. You know what I'm saying. And the Virgin Rock Resort party and the food, we'll make the calls for that later on during the year as well. Yeah, and then Jon Favreau and them, I'll have them handle the set building. Peter, we don't need to handle the sets. I'll have Jon Favreau them handle the sets. They'll make the calls for all the sets, but we won't make the calls for the sets until we finish the console arts. Once we finish the console arts, we can now make the calls for the set building. All the trees, artificial trees, the dirt, the wood. We're building all the sets. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. The equipment tools for building the sets, the hammers, the bulldozers, also. Jon Favreau have to make all those calls. A lot of work, dirty work. That's why you pay Jon Favreau a lot of money. The way they work hard for you, you know what I'm saying? And I'll have Fran and Barry Osborne help him out. Well, Jon Favreau and Nick Filoni, I'll have them handle the set. Hey, you guys handle the sets on your own. Whereas everything else, if you need a bit of help, have Barry Osborne and Fran and Guillermo del Toro and the other five take the load off you. That's why if you have a big team like that, that's more than enough people to make all the business calls. 11 people is more than enough people to make the business calls for your company. You don't need any more people, you know what I'm saying? In Hollywood, they hire hundreds of people because they're lazy. They don't want to put in all the work. Hence why they hire a bunch of people and they end up what? Because Hollywood's lazy, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood is lazy. Hollywood is lazy. I'm saying Hollywood is fucking lazy, obviously. That's why Hollywood does that, obviously. Because Hollywood is lazy. They're lazy people, obviously. They're not lazy, but like they kick back a little bit. Hence why they hire a bunch of people. They're not lazy people. They work hard, but sometimes they kick back so much that they end up hiring a bunch of people that they don't need. A 7 team is more than enough to make all the business calls, and you have assistants help them. Like you hire Barry and Fran, and you have Guillermo del Toro, 3 extra guys helping them. And you also have Jon Favreau. Yeah, it's more than enough people to make all the calls for your movie. And Barry Osborne, Fran, I'll have them be my assistant producers. They'll be on the credits. And Guillermo del Toro will be my assistant producer too. He'll be my assistant director and my assistant producer too. The moment they help you with business calls, have them be your assistant producers. Hey, Guillermo del Toro, I'll have you be my assistant producer as well as my assistant director. You're going to help with my 17 with business calls. Barry and Fran are going to help out my 17 with business calls too. And Peter will help me and VJ out with the main things, with the executive producers. And Peter will help me sign a contract. I forgot to mention that. Peter will help me sign those actors. The crewmen and the actors, obviously. Peter will help me sign the crewmen and all the actors for my movie. Peter will help me sign all the crewmen and all the actors for my movie, obviously. He'll help me sign all the crewmen and all the actors for my movie. Peter Jackson. The first year I will sign Weta Workshop, the people overseeing the actors. It will help me sign Weta Workshop, the people Weta Workshop, the crewmen, the people overseeing the extras, and the what? The people overseeing the extras, obviously, and the costume designers. Those guys I'll fly in the first year. Because I'm gonna have Weta Workshop start working on the weapons early second year. People overseeing the extras have to do the sign-ups the second year in Switzerland. You have to do it in advance, but you gotta be prepped, obviously. There's not a lot of extras. And the costume designers, I'll have them work on the costumes too, because they're gonna be designing a lot of costumes. Because I want them designing costumes for the main actors as well as some for the extras too. Tell them about what they know, obviously. Peter will help me sign all those guys. Okay, Peter, pay all the assistant guys $150K. And the supervisors, you pay them 200, 220K. That way they make a good paycheck for themselves. They can feed their families. Ivan, that's a good deal for them. Yeah, Ivan, you don't have to pay them 150K. Just pay them $50,000, Ivan. That's enough money. They can feed their families. I'm like, no, Peter. It's easier for you to say that, Peter. You signed your massive $500 deal. It's easier for you to say that when you're walking in with a fat paycheck in the back and these guys are all making peanuts compared to you. No, Peter. If you want the crewmen to work harder for you, you don't want them quitting on you. Pay them 150K. They will work hard for you. Because there's nothing worse than what? Than you, Peter. You sign your $500 million contract, and all these crewmen are all making 40, 30K. No, man. Make sure they're well taken care of. Pay them a good salary. There's a reason, Peter, why I have a $410 million budget. That way I can have enough money to pay all these people a rich salary, obviously. But I can only have a 1,500 cap. If I end up needing 2,000 crewmen, I'm going to have to cut their paycheck in half to 80 grand, 75K. Cut it down to 75,000. 75,000 is a pretty good paycheck. It's an okay paycheck. Yeah, Ivan, if we need 2,000 crewmen, you have to cut their paycheck and everything. I have to cut it in half to 75K. I'll cut it in half to 75K. That way I can afford. And the supervisors, I'll pay them 120, 130K. That way I have enough room to pay everyone a good salary. 75K is a pretty good paycheck. The crewmen won't be angry with that. That's a pretty good paycheck. 75K for 2 years of work is a nice paycheck. It's a pretty good paycheck. I don't have to worry about the crewmen quitting on me for 75K. That's a good paycheck. Whereas 150K is an amazing paycheck. That's a rich paycheck. I don't have to worry about any of the crewmen quitting on me because I paid them the millions. I paid them the rich salary. Not the millions. I paid them the rich salary, obviously. So, Sarah, I paid the crewmen the rich salary. I paid the crewmen the rich salary, obviously. I pay the crewmen the rich salary, as I don't have to worry about them slacking off. As I heard the Lord of the Rings crewmen quit on Peter Jackson, man. Peter Jackson told me, yeah, Ivan, some of my guys quit on me when I did Lord of the Rings. Really? Yeah, they did, man. You know, why, Peter? Yeah. Hollywood paid them shitty money. They got shitty money, Ivan. Hollywood, yeah, Ivan, you have no idea how you have no idea how bad the disparity is in Hollywood, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Like, the crewmen make peanuts compared to everyone else, man, compared to the actors and the heart and soul of the movie. Yeah, hence why I want to pay the crewmen a good 150K, Peter. The way they all work harder for you and you get a better movie. You don't have to worry about layers of paying out of nowhere, bad editing, bad CGI. You're going to get a better movie because I pay them more money. Yeah, Ivan, you're right. But Peter might be like, Ivan, you're fucking crazy. Like, you don't have to pay them 150K, man. Pay them a good, like, 50, 60K. That's enough. They can feed their families with that money, Ivan. They'll still work hard for me, Ivan. Trust me. My Lord of the Rings crewmen work hard for me and they got peanuts. I'm like, Peter, yeah, they work hard for me, but you had problems in your movie. You had layers of paying out of nowhere. Some of your guys quit. Why? Because they got paid shitty money. Hence why, and if you want them to work harder for you, Peter, let's pay them a good salary. That way they work hard. Okay, fine. We'll pay them a good salary. I'll check my calendar.